in every week. 168 hours. Let's say you sleep 8 hours a night. I'm not telling you not to sleep. You got to do that to stay healthy. You got to do that to make gains, right? You sleep 8 hours a night. That's 56 hours, right? So that's going to leave you with about 112 hours left, right, for the week. All right, cool. We work 80 of those hours. You still got 32 hours left in the week to do whatever you want. You know what I'm saying? Now, some fucking dipshit is thinking of typing, man, but what about going to the grocery store? What about going to the bathroom? You know, traffic. I'm like, yo, what about? Yeah, man. Yo, hey, asshole. We're trying to get rich. We're trying to get rich. And if you're not willing to sacrifice for your goals, then the goals become the sacrifice, right? And I'm not telling you not to shower, right? I'm just saying you got to bathe. But like you think about it, those are the only 4 things a man has to do is sleep, work out. If you're not working out, ladies, if there's a girl watching and your man don't work out, you got a woman. She lying to you, man. She tricked you. All right, and spend time with their family, right? Spend time with, the family thing. So somebody else is thinking, man, what about family? What about family? And I get that because I got a son, I got nieces and nephews. But then I found out that a lot of these guys saying that, man, they don't got kids. They're talking about spending time with mommy. Like, nigga, you know how much time you need to spend with your mommy, man? You spend too much time with her already. That's why you sound like a bitch.
Or girlfriend too.
Yeah, whatever, man. Some hoe. Right. I'm sorry. I can't say hoe on Rumble.
No, you can't. We're comedians.
We can't say hoe on Rumble.
We're comedians.
We're comedians.
All right. I don't want to get fucking canceled. I'm sorry, not hoe.
Too late.
How dare you?
Right. No. But whatever. Those are the only 4 things a man has to do: eat, sleep. I'm sorry. Do the math. 160 hours in a week.
Yeah.
How many hours a week are you sleeping? How many hours a week are you working out? Right. How many hours a week are you working? How many hours a week do you spend with your family? Like on average, write it out. Subtract that. Add those numbers together, those 4 numbers together, subtract it from 168. You'll see how much time you're wasting.
Yeah.
You'll see how much time you're wasting. And if you can sacrifice just a few years of working super hard, it can set you up, man. It can set you up for your future in a real way. Because I remember in 07, my father, right before the recession in 08. Now, most of you motherfuckers are too young to understand what that was like. You wasn't outside.
I was in high school.
You was a kid.
I remember it though. Yeah,
it was fucked up.
The economy was bad. That's what Obama campaigned on. So that's why he won in a landslide.
That's why he won, because it was so bad.
Yeah.
It was so bad, right? I mean, that's the only way they was gonna let a nigga come in there like, fuck it. Fuck it, let's try it.
Yeah, you're right.
All right, let's figure something out. It was bad. Like, yo, it was
housing market crisis, everything.
Highest unemployment since the Depression.
Yeah.
You know, record levels of unemployment. GM, General Motors, was about to go out of business. The government had to save General Motors. The banks, most of the banks had to get bailed out.
Yep.
The banks almost
went
out of business.
All those home loans, and the dudes couldn't pay back. Yeah.
How bad do you think the economy got to be for the banks to run out of to almost go out of business? Can you imagine?
Yeah,
right.
Really bad.
So it's like when people complain about this economy, I'm like, nah, y'all don't know what it is. But anyway, that was right when my father decided. All right, cool. So that was sad as shit, whatever. But instead of crying like a bitch, I just said, man, I'm just gonna work. I told the story before, but it bears repeating, right? Because I'm not just telling you to do this. Like during that time, I started waking up at like 4, training people in the morning. I was doing in-person training at the time, right? Training people in the morning. Then I would shower at the gym, boom, go to the Prada store, and I was a security guard at the Prada store. I wasn't good, all right? I was super bad at that job. That's why they fired me. Eventually, after like the second year, it was a good decision though. They made good decisions. Yeah, they're supposed to fire me. I remember once this white lady, I opened the door for them, have a nice day. And they said, oh, she just stole a $5,000 purse. And I was like, oh shit, man. Listen, guys, we got to do better. we as a team, we got to do better, guys. All right, we can't keep letting these people get away with this shit. But anyway.
What the heck?
Listen, man, she wanted it more than I wanted to stop her. Anyway, Sometimes it's the fight and the dog, not the dog and the fight. You know,
Yo, bro. That's wild, though, bro.
But anyway, I had that job for like 2 years. But anyway, I was doing that, and then after that, I would work for my boy's moving company, right? And these are like 12, 14-hour days, right? 5 days a week. And on the weekends, I woke up, trained people in the morning, and I managed a barbecue restaurant in Queens. I was the weekend manager of a barbecue restaurant in Queens on Steinway, and I did that for like 2 years, man, in a row. Like these like 7 days a week. 12, 14-hour days.
And I want to be real, to clarify to the audience here, you were never actually poor or broke. You always were making, and during this period of your time, obviously it's grueling work, but you were making well over $100,000 a year, right?
I made over $100,000.
Like every year that you were
around
doing this.
$100,000 both of those years.
Yeah.
Just work.
Just
work.
working.
Because there wasn't nobody making money off the internet back
Yeah.
then. You know what I'm saying?
And that's important for the reason why I wanted to say that to the audience is like, you know, you found there was a will, there was a way.
Yeah.
You made $100,000 living in one of the most expensive cities in the world. You still were able to save half.
Yeah.
You made that $100K, and you were able to use that to fund your
Yeah.
business.
And
And
that's
this
how-
is before the internet,
before the internet.
before Uber,
It started
before any of that shit.
before it was so much harder.
Way harder. And then people here complaining, bro, I'm broke, I don't know what to do, blah, blah, blah. People calling into the show. Nigga don't want to sell his Rolex and shit like that. We tell him sell
I
it so
seen
you can
that
fucking
shit.
20K. Yeah.
I seen that
You know,
shit,
but you're over here making 100,000 in the fucking most expensive city for the internet.
Yeah.
I think the question is, how bad do you want it?
Yeah, how
And
bad
he,
you want
he
it?
answered that question by putting the work, effort, and motivation by himself.
Yeah.
Yeah, just outwork it, right?
Yeah.
But I was working like, 80 hours a week, and
3
that was-
jobs.
It was actually 4 if you count the training people.
Oh,
you
yeah.
know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But Brandon, I have one job and I have a family to balance my time with.
Listen, if you got like 30, 40 kids or some shit, man, like, then I get it, man. Like, I wouldn't have told you to have all them kids. I'd advise against it, man, but you raw and this is where you at, But, yeah, I wouldn't have did that. My fault. That's not a ringtone. That's,
Yeah.
That's alarm that says go to sleep.
Oh, okay.
Really?
It's not- yeah. Go to
Get money, go to sleep?
Yeah, man, because why are you going to sleep early? So I can get up early because I got to get
Money.
I get money. It's like an affirmation. I get money. Money I got. I get money. Money I got. I run New York. And that's what I said.
This nigga, bro.
It was like that song was like an affirmation.
No, actually, I'm really glad that that's playing right now while we're live on air so people can see real time
Yeah.
how dedicated this man is to it. Has a food scale, Google Calendar. The phone is going off in the middle of the show saying go to sleep, right? I get money. I think this is very important for the people to see here that, it's not just about talking about it, it's about walking it as well.
I'll say this about Brandon. People think it's a gimmick. No, this is Brandon's real life. I walk into this house. You know what I see, bro? Dollar bills all on the walls. Pictures. I'm like,
Rugs. Yeah,
yo,
the
where
money
am I? Monopoly house? What the fuck?
Yo,
What's wrong with you, man?
Shorty made some. She made some ornaments. Like she has some.
You have to become obsessed.
Yeah,
you-
that's
I
the
mean, it's
point.
about being
That's the
obsessed,
point. You need to
you
become
know?
obsessed, guys.
Yeah, have
It's
to
about being obsessed, and that because that's where I was at. Like my father himself, the recession, motherfuckers.
He left the earth.
Yeah, my fault. My fault. I forgot.
Yeah.
Yeah. He,
Yeah.
Yeah. And anyway,
On his
it's-
terms.
Yeah. He left on his terms. Bro, no, that's what happened. No. He wasn't trying to do that.
yeah, exactly.
It's all good. It's all good, man. It's a long time ago, man. You know what I'm saying?
Long time ago.
And this nigga. Anyway, yo, man, I just had to figure this shit. I had to figure this shit out.
Yeah.
And I said, I'm gonna outwork it, man. I'm gonna outwork it, brother. And anyone can do that, right? So that's what I'm saying. I wish I had a get rich quick scheme to come on and give you guys. I really wish I did. I'm looking for a get rich quick scheme. I've been looking for one for 40 years. I ain't found one. In my experience, if you want to get rich, you got to make more money than you spend and invest the difference. That's how you get rich. That's it. I mean, I can't really think of no other way unless you are like a fucking pro athlete or hit the lotto or some shit.
Those niggas are blessed, bro. They got height, money, and looks.
Yeah.
Pause.
hey, yo.
You ever been to a basketball game?
Yeah, but I wasn't like,
Yo, shorties be lined up like, no, hold on. Let me explain.
Look how tall them niggas is. I wasn't thinking that. I was thinking, I hope I hit my parlay.
Hold on, let me explain. Nigga, let me talk real quick. So this problem, right? You go to a game. Hopefully your chick is not one of these chicks. Anyhow, you see niggas lined up, courtside, front row seats. They fat out of shape. loser niggas might have some bread.
Mm-hmm.
Shorty's like, oh my God, he's so tall. Look at this player card. Oh, he wins most of his games. He's worth $20 million. I like him better than my man. And before you know it, courtside after game, hey, what's your Instagram? Done. So I'm just saying, they got everything intact. Other niggas don't have that. That's all I'm saying.
That's true. That's true. They get 8-8, man. Listen.
That's why you need everything on point.
Pro athletes have some advantages we don't have, you know.
For now.
To be honest with you, you know. For now. I'm gonna be honest with you.
A lot of them are low IQ, but
Yeah.
other than that,
Yeah. What the fuck is we talking about? Oh yeah, you got to get more.
yeah, we're talking about making money 2025,
Yeah.
time management, 80 hours a week, 168 hours in a week, 56 hours sleeping.
Which basketball player you like the most? No. My fault. Let's keep going.
So you mentioned you made a choice to actively do multiple jobs, not waste time, and even though your father left Earth voluntarily,
Yeah.
it didn't stop you from moving forward.
Yeah, you
Your
can't let
goals.
it. You can't let it stop you. Like no
Yeah.
matter what it is, and that's what. And the reason I want y'all working 80 hours a week, I do this shit now, even still, right? Most weeks I work 80 hours a week, like most weeks, for sure. Even still, because I also love what I do, right? Like not every, it's different. It doesn't feel like work, but in those days it was fucking grueling. I hated that shit. And the moving company was the worst one. It's just very difficult. But it was like, man, we're working for a vision. We're working for a vision because I want you guys to invest 50% of your income. Now hear me out. And it might sound crazy. I don't want you. You can't afford to do that shit now, right? Because you working regular hours. I'm talking about work 80 hours a week. So even if you got to drive Uber, I wish there was some Uber out back in those days.
Yeah.
I wish I could have drove Uber instead of working for a moving company, right? You got to do something.
So, guys, quick word from our sponsor real fast.